Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird, and while we've got the Steel Division 2 League going on, there is also another season of Steel Division Normandy 44 League happening at the same time. So if you are a Steel Division Normandy 44 fan, get back on. There's more players still playing the game, and today we've got some footage for you from that league. We have the noob, which I understand is Lauw, playing off or facing off against Wlochaty. So we know the strength of Wlochaty in Normandy 44. So this will be an interesting test for Lauw's skill, and we'll see how these two players get on. Up today we have the Luftwaffe, the 16th Luftwaffe, up against Wlochaty, who is playing the 101st Airborne, I think. We'll see his deck in a moment, but first we have the Luftwaffe, and the difference between, there are a lot of difference between Steel Division 2 and Normandy 44. One of them is the income. The income is set, so Luftwaffe have 100 income in A, 150 in B, and 100 in C. So the B phase is where Noob is going to want to make most of their ground. We have the deck in front of us, and again, very different to Steel Division 2, much less numbers of units overall. As well as lots of other differences, but you know, we're here to enjoy the game. The Stu 42s in B, they could come into play. Stuck 3s are in the tank tab. Pack 40s, only one of them in B lot, very few. I think you get 5 of those in Steel Division 2. Flak 36 88 mils, lots of those as well, up vetted to 2-star in B and C. In fact, a hell of a lot of those. He's got 2 in A, 2 in B and 2 in C, so that's 6 flak 88 guns, or flak 36 88. And then he has the HS129s as well, although I'm not 100% sure whether he or not. He's up against Wlochaty, who unfortunately my deck has not registered right. Let me clear that up. Okay, so there we are, it's fixed. Unfortunately, it was originally working. I just pressed the wrong button. So here we have Wlochaty. He's playing the 101st Airborne, the Screaming Eagles, and they get most of their income in C phase. So equally matched in A phase. Wlochaty is going to face himself under pressure in B phase, and then he's going to find himself trying to fight back in C phase. Has a lot of good infantry, and they are airborne infantry, so they take less morale damage, I think, behind enemy lines. A returning feature to Steel Division 2, actually, with the new DLC. That will be the same kind of feature as the new Raider tag. They has the M10 tank destroyers in C, but he's only got 2 of those. He's going to be relying on the M4DDs in B phase. He's got the M22s in A phase, and a lot of aircraft, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one fights out. I think actually the noob probably has the better, division here of the two. So let's head into game and let's get things going. Looks like Noob originally was pushing Opel Blitz down, but has decided to make a different move. Wlochaty has the AB M3 gun in there. Very different art style as well in Normandy 44. And look, Wlochaty has a very tight group of units down on this southern side. We are playing on Carpiquet, I believe, and I'm not sure which Carpiquet version it is off the top of my head. But both of Noob's infantry units pinned down by the AB rifles there, and the M2HB HMG, the 50 cal, doing a lot of suppression damage to those infantry units. The AB mortar as well, hitting him with mortars. But it looks like in the top side of this map, looks like the noob has made some ground with the Flak Panzer Brenns. Wow, let's try and get close in on that Flak Panzer if I can managed to get in with the Panzer. Look at that thing! Look at that thing! That guy is so exposed on the top of that thing. But he is moving forwards here, and he's actually just running. He's moving straight past, on fast move, past all of the infantry units. Oh wait, no, I was getting confused there. Of course, there is only infantry units. That was bad casting, guys. So we have a flak 36-88mm straight into the airfield, and that's doing a fantastic job of completely zoning out the area. So Wlochaty has, you know, lost a lot of units in the top side of this map, I think. The noob definitely has the advantage early on, and that's going to really help him. He's got the +1 now, and he gets most of his income in B phase, so if he can sustain this A phase push, he's going to be in a nice position for B phase. Down in the southern side, it looks like the mortar from the noob has been hit hard, probably by the AB mortar here of Wlochaty, as he's constantly microing different units. He's pinning down units. Oh, the pack. The M3 gun takes a nice shot there at the transport. And surprised Wlochaty hasn't got in for the surrenders. Noob's trying to pull back his units, but Wlochaty has a lot there, and yeah, I think he's now microing forward trying to get those surrenders. The flak 36-88mm doing a fantastic job of hounding the AB rifles on the northern side. Flak Panzergren in here as well. Oh, the AB rifles push forwards, don't manage to get the bazooka shot off. But do push forward again. It was aligning, but didn't manage to get the shot off. So nice micro there to reverse that Flak Panzergren out of trouble. But Wlochaty is making a lot of ground in this south, and the noob is making a lot of ground in the north. But the noob has the advantage right now, +2 on the board. But we do have a command M22 coming in now, but that won't be able to face off against the flak 36-88. It's going to have to rely. The noob is pushing forwards, but it's very slow because it has to stop every time to fire on the AB rifles. So the M22 at least has a chance to clear up some of these infantry units on the northern side. The Flak Panzergren that was up here did go down. I'm assuming it went down to the command M22. And then in the southern side, Wlochaty making up a lot of ground here. This is a tale of two sides of this map, north and south, and almost the 50-50 line is like completely across the airfield right now. Another 36-88mm coming in, I think. Yes, coming into this southern side. That's really going to hurt Wlochaty. He's going to be unable to break out. I would just pretty much unload it where it is. Stop the breakout from this town. And Wlochaty's going to be kind of stuck where he is. The noob has a +2 right now. And Wlochaty needs to make up ground. But where is he going to make it up? Unless he can take out this flak 36-88mm. I'd like to see... I was about to say I'd like to see a mortar into the top side to maybe hit that flak 88mm. If that 88mm goes down, the M22 can do a stellar job. But, wow, that's alive. Wlochaty can't really bring any armour into this northern side, so I'm kind of surprised. Oh, nice shot onto the Flak Panzergren there. Does get rid of it, and then Wlochaty's stopping the M22 where it is, in its tracks. That Flak 88 is getting desperately close. And Wlochaty, I mean, surely he knows that Flak 88 is there. He must know it's there. He has the recon unit. He has the Pathfinder down here. So yeah, he definitely should know that that Flak 88 is there. I'm not sure what unit went down there in the transport. I'm guessing it was reinforcing infantry from Wlochaty. He does have a mortar unit going in, but I think he really needs to strike onto that Flak 36 there. That will really help him clear up this northern side. I feel like it. The M22, I think, was just engaged there, looking to escape from that one with its life. Does back off, starts engaging the Luftwaffe there, and noob has to bat that one away as well. Noob still has a +1 here, is getting the tick upwards, And if he can, like I say, if he can continue into B phase, he's definitely going to get the income advantage. And we could see more Flak 36ers coming into this airfield. Or just get a shot off on the M22. I'm surprised Wlochaty not noticing this. I'm really surprised he's not countering this more. In comes ME109 G2R1 striking down onto the AB rifles. They've pinned down the Luftwaffe, but I think this fighter bomber should come in and get a nice shot. Yeah, pins down those AB rifles, so at least Wlochaty can't move forward again from that position. Noob has surrounded the AB rifles here, but remember they are... Oh, not quite surrounded. Well, yeah, they are surrounded, but they are airborne infantry. They're meant to be surrounded. The mortar, the 60mm AB mortar, is now striking down onto this Flak 36, and I think this was what he needed to do up in the northern side. At least pin it down and then allow the M22 to push forward and finish it off. I think if he does that, Wlochaty can definitely come back in this northern area. He is bringing a WC-52 here with a anti-air unit of his own. I can't quite remember from the deck what anti-air units the 101st get. The AB rifles do unload, stop firing on the Luftwaffe as they retreating across the airfield. Flak 36 did survive. Has has hit itself in this hedgerow. Lovely little camo there of that unit. But it is now striking down at the infantry as it tries to make its way across the southern side. So Wlochaty has pulled it back. It's a 0-0 right now, but the noob has a 600-point lead as we're about a minute away from B phase. And will that income advantage really start to pay for noob in this match? Apologise there if had some bad mic issues. So the Flak Panzer brand did go down, I think, to the M3 gun here. Wlochaty definitely using those M3 guns really well. And he's kind of like, he's set himself up this really nice line of infantry in the hedgerows and the buildings. Really secured this southern side. I'm kind of surprised he's still pushing down here and he's not investing. Okay, so here we have a Jeep coming into the northern side. This is the right call. And as long as it can get into position, I think he's got to worry about its movement. But as long as it gets there, it can definitely target against that 36-88mm. It's the right call. Needs to pin down that unit, and then he can advance with the M22 and finish it off. So it was a Bofors in the northern side that WC-52 was towing along with it. The FK-288R from the noob coming in, striking down onto the position of that M3 gun. And a good choice of artillery unit to come in there and target those M3 guns. Could also do some counter battery against the AB60 mortar, 60mm mortars that are coming in here as well. Could definitely use... Oh, down goes the M22. Critical ammo explosion there. Yes, it must have been the 36-88mm. But the mortar is now getting into position. Wlochaty should unload and finally start to get rid of that Flak 36-88mm. The noob has some Luftwaffe Fusilier up on this northern side, takes care of the infantry there, and that will help reconnect the front line. I think that might be enough to get him the points back again. Looks like some more artillery coming in now from Wlochaty, some more substantial artillery, some howitzers I would think coming in here. That's going to help him out as well. He really needs to get rid of this Flak 36-88mm. Now targeting the mortars onto the position. It's moved forward slightly. Yeah, retargeting. Should... Yeah, there we go. Putting forwards ahead. Actually, slightly ahead as the Flak 36 stops there. But really should start to pin that unit down. Once it's pinned down, it's going to be much easier to get rid of. Oh, look at this. The airstrike coming through, I think... The noob reckon. Oh, and the Flak 36 has actually got into a position where he can fire on the AB60 mortar. Wlochaty just moving it out the way. Yeah, realised that. And had to move it out the way. As long as he can pin down that Flak 36, it's a huge amount of pressure taken off Wlochaty in the northern side. The noob really needs to keep that unit alive and get something else in here that can do some real pressure onto that. I think he ought to be countering that, maybe with some counter battery. The artillery units, they don't have the range they do in Steel Division 2, but yeah, probably one back here, you know, up here, could still counter battery that, I think. But yeah, in comes the 105mm howitzer. That is targeting the Flak 36 as well, and he's going to take down that unit. In comes another M22. We are now into B phase, and the noob will have the income though, and he's going to replace that Flak 36 with another one. But he has to get rid of all of the units down here. Wlochaty has built himself up an established base. Base of fire, you know, and beautiful defensive positions in this area. So how is the noob going to tackle them? Looks like he's going to use artillery to definitely soften up these positions. The FK288s are coming in to do that. Flak Panzer Bren does get sight of the mortar and does get the kill there, so that's not a fantastic thing for Wlochaty, and the Flak 36 is still alive, taking shots at the M22. I think Wlochaty's realised that. He's trying to back it away. The howitzer is not doing the job right now. He's not keeping that unit pinned. But I think luckily the, yeah, Wlochaty just getting it out of range. Surely the howitzer is going to begin firing once again. Yes, I think it is now. Noob has done a fantastic job of keeping infantry up here on this northern side. I just cannot underestimate how powerful this Flak 36 has been early on into this game. Another infantry unit goes down here. The noob is doing a great job, but does need to reinforce. And a Stu 42 coming in here, and that's going to do the same job as the Flak 36 ATA, but it doesn't have the anti-tank capability. So he's going to need something else up there as well. Looks like an off-map. I'm pretty sure that's an off-map. Or is it? It might just be a support vehicle. The UE630F Skierungs. Oh, looks like some counter battery now coming in for the mortars. From these FK288s, yeah, definitely self-targeted counter battery and hitting these mortars hard on the southern side of this airfield. We are into phase B. We're back to a 0-0. Noob still has a 600-point advantage. The 36 has had to back off for now, but is back into contention. Takes a shot and gets the kill onto the M22. That Flak 36 gun has been doing a major job for noob on this northern side, but I think Wlochaty has now been able to push forward. He's got some supporting vehicles in here now. He's able to start pushing back the infantry on this northern side. Meanwhile, noob is kind of building up a central attack here, I think. Try and take these compounds in the center area. Another 105mm artillery piece coming in from Wlochaty. He's definitely got a lot of artillery pieces onto the field, although both players actually investing fairly decently in artillery. The 105mm still trying to take care of this 88mm. I definitely think Wlochaty's missed a trick here. Now the M8 rushes forwards. I think he's trying to go for the surrender, or at least, no, he's trying to get in close so he can finish off that Flak 88mm. Yeah, racing forwards now, trying to get the machine guns on target, both for a 50 cal and a 30 cal. As long as he keeps that thing pinned and falling back, he can deal with it. But the Stu 42 is now getting into range. We'll be able to take a shot off, and although it has no AP damage, I think it can still deal with that M8. In comes the bombs from the G2R1. Wow, look at the acrobatics from that plane as well. Beautiful to see. Did a mid-air roll there as it released its bombs. I do not remember that from the original Steel Division Normandy. So now that Flak 88 has gone down, Wlochaty has been able to clear up a lot of infantry, is able to push forwards once again. Just need to get rid of the Stu-42. We do have a Kubel bringing in a pack gun, probably a Pack 38. I might be wrong on that. But yeah, a lot of the infantry's gone down. All the AB engineers though are in trouble, and I think the Skierungs is going to clear that up. Oh, the Luftwaffejäger Wlochaty does just unload in time. The AB rifles are engaging. Yeah, that Luftwaffejäger taking a lot of hurt from these Bofors and the M4DD as well. But the Skierungs do surrender the AB engineers there on that northern side. So Noob is hanging on for now, but Wlochaty has the +1 once again. In comes the HS129B1. Let's follow that one in as it takes shots onto the M4DD. Doesn't manage to get the kill though, and the Bofors is there taking fire at it, but I don't think it's going to be able to destroy the plane. Definitely the AA does a lot of suppression damage in Normandy 44, but isn't as lethal. So Wlochaty is going to need a fighter if he is to kill that HS129. The Bofors is actually fairly low on ammunition now after it's being used in an anti-infantry role, and now sort of taking up its standard anti-air role as well. More infantry pouring into this northern side from Noob in the Opel Blitz. They're probably Luftwaffejäger once again. The Stu-42 getting into position. I think it's going to fire on the AB rifles, and that thing can do a lot of damage as well. It has the 15 HE damage on that unit, and the AB rifles are going to have to fall back, but they do take out the pack gun after only moments before it came in. So nice job Wlochaty getting rid of that pack gun. I really feel like Wlochaty's built up a fantastic defensive line in the central area. I'm not quite sure if Noob is going to be able to survive this one. I think it's all coming down to this northern side right now. If Noob can hang on to this northern side, I think he still has a shot at this, but definitely think this southern side is very well defended by Wlochaty, so I can't really see Noob breaking back in here. It's going to be really tough. Wlochaty has the +1 now. We'll get the victory in 20 minutes time, but I don't think the Noob is out of this yet. He definitely has the points lead, so he's definitely in the lead at the moment. But most of this phase B has been used. He's had the points advantage. He's going to lose that in in 10 seconds time. So I think Wlochaty has to be in the hot seat right now. A lot of the units in the northern area have gone down. There is an SFH 396F up here that can be used in an anti-tank role, but obviously it's an artillery piece. Oh, does take down the Bofors. That's nice. It's going to open up any air attacks. But the AB rifles, I mean, the 101st, they are an airborne unit, so they have lots of aircraft at their disposal. In comes another Stu-42, and unless something can be used to take that down, they're going to do some decent job. It looks like, yeah, the M8's definitely going to push forward and try and get the surrender onto that Stu-42. The M15 CGMC just hounding that with its main gun there, the 37mm cannon, anti-aircraft gun. There is an M10 tank destroyer coming into this top side. Will the Noob be able to deal with the units that Wlochaty is throwing at him? He is out of B phase now, and I feel like Wlochaty has way more units on the ground, especially in this southern side. I think Wlochaty is penned into this position. I can see why he is concentrating on the north, because obviously that's where the front line is back here, but he has so much down here. How is the Noob going to get past this? I don't think he is. I can't see the Noob winning this one, if I'm honest. 275 points to 600 at the moment. The Noob has the advantage right now, but Wlochaty, I think, definitely in a better spot as long as he can push back in this northern side. I mean, he is going to get the victory if he can hold on to a +1. So I think The noob right now has to just stem the tide and keep it at a 0-0. If he can get back from a +1, then, you know, he can hold off for the victory, I think. The flak, another flak 3688mm in here now. But there is only an M10 tank destroyer here. The M8 has gone down. Ooh, more airstrikes. In comes the HS-129B1. Surely that's going to be targeting that M10 tank destroyer. He's going after the CGMC. Does take the kill. Does take the kill on that CGMC. So clearing up the anti-air. Ooh, but the Mustang right behind it. Right on its tails. Will he get the kill? No, didn't get the kill this time. He's going to have to fly around and try and attempt a second time. Look at the acrobatics. Definitely don't see those kind of acrobatics in Steel Division 2. Can't quite see whether he's going to get the kill here. Yes, does manage to shoot down the HS-129 there. So nice job from Wlochaty getting that kill. The Flak 36 is still a threat. Might be able to shoot down that Mustang. No, did just get out. It did just get out in time. But the M10, there is another flak gun here. There is a Stug 3 F8. So that M10 is, you know, there's a lot of threats on it. Although it does get the spalling driver wounded onto the Stug 3, and it does go down. Nice job from Wlochaty dealing with that unit. In comes a pack. Sorry, no, that's probably an M1 gun, I would think. Coming into that position, or an M5 gun. M1 gun, yes, M1 gun. But yeah, Wlochaty now has a +2. Definitely looking in pole position right now. Although if this M10 tank destroyer goes down, like, what else is going to get rid of the Stu 42 and the Flak 36? I suppose the M1 gun can definitely be used in that capacity. But Wlochaty is relying on some key units right now, and if the noob can take them out and reinforce his infantry, you know, he has the supporting units here to get the victory. It's just whether he can deal with the key units for Wlochaty, or that Wlochaty has. Fire from the 105 howitzer, but it is being targeted by the FK288s with that counter battery. There's another one down here that's out of ammunition. The mortars, there is a supply truck here that needs to go and resupply that howitzer. There is mortars as well, so I think Wlochaty is missing some micro tricks here on this southern side. I mean, maybe you can't see, I mean, surely you can see that Flak 3688mm. It is in an open field, so I'm surprised he's not using his mortars to try and take that down. More infantry reinforcing noob in this northern side. It's going to be an infantry fight, although the Flak 36 is engaging whatever is in front of it. And the Stu 42 is getting involved as well. And like I say, I think, yes, the M10 tank destroyer has gone down. It must have gone down to the Flak 36. So, like, what else is here to hamper the Stu 42 in the Flak 36? There's nothing right now. In comes the G2R1 fighter bomber to ooh, he spotted the M1 gun. Spotted the M1 gun there. It must have fired at something, and probably a reinforcing infantry unit. Although two P51D Mustangs coming in now, there is still the Flak 36s around here, able to try and, you know, to fulfill their role as the anti-aircraft unit. Will that Mustang get the kill in time before it gets forced back? I think it will. Yes, it does get the kill. So in second plane, taken down by Wlochaty. And Wlochaty does take the lead right now. Does take the lead in this game. 700 points to 600. Noob is pushed back. All he's got in this southern side is just constant artillery attacks. But maybe he can make some ground again. Actually, he's taken down a lot of Wlochaty's northern units, and if you look right now, there's 3 infantry units and an M1 gun here. If Noob can get rid of those units, then he can push forward and attack once more in this northern side, and I can see the front line, you know, could swing massively in his favor. I think Wlochaty right now definitely needs to get some reinforcing infantry up, even if it's just into these bushes here, or even if it's just into this compound here. He has to have something in reserve. He needs to get something in reserve to prevent a major territory swing. The noob has pulled it back to a +1, but Wlochaty still in the lead right now. Picks up 2 surrenders. Nice job with the Wlochatypajakulec, and he's got Opal Blitzers rushing through. And they could make some massive ground right now for the noob on this northern side. The northern flank for Wlochaty has collapsed. His southern flank is completely and utterly secure. He needs to get reinforcing units into this northern side. I think what's really hurting him is this Flak 36, or the Flak 36 and the Stu 42. They're just taking down his infantry units, and he has nothing to deal with. The Luftwaffe Pioneers do unload, one of them right on target, fires off an immediate grenade, and yeah, the Pioneers are done for. Look at the territory swing right now. Noob has recovered a hell of a lot. He's brought it back to a 0-0. Wlochaty is rushing units in, but Noob's advancing on foot. He's advancing with the Flak 3688. The Stu 42 is actually reversing, but I think he must have caught sight of this M10 tank destroyer. But on this northern side, it's back to a 0-0. Wlochaty has the lead right now. Can he hang on for the victory? There is 12 minutes left on the clock. Wlochaty has to hang on for a victory, and he has 12 minutes left to do that. I feel like this one is going to go all the way. But just constant artillery attack from Noob. He has managed to build up a number of artillery pieces, and I think Wlochaty's having to be... He's had to use his artillery to deal with the Flak 3688 mils, which has left him open to kind of counter battery. So he's not... Whereas Noob's been able to, you know, use his artillery to attack the frontline units, and to also counter battery Wlochaty. But yeah, major advance in this airfield in the north. Another Flak 3688 mil being brought up, and yeah, you get 2 or 3 of these together, and they can really like support each other. So if one of them, Wlochaty now, you know, he's striking one of them with his artillery, but with 3 of them in here now, it's going to be really hard for him, actually. Wlochaty still has the +1 at this point, though, so he is still, you know, gaining the foothold. He's gaining the lead right now, but he is pushing forwards in the south once more, and he needs to hold on to this northern position. If this northern area falters, there's still time for the noob to win this game. 10 minutes left on the clock right now. Internal fragments down onto the M10 tank destroyer. Must have been a shot from one of the Flak 36s. But yeah, that thing no longer has any ammo to do anything, and it's just a dead unit there. It's going to have to find its way a bit further down south, I think, to this support truck down here. Yeah, that's where Wlochaty is manoeuvring it, trying to resupply that one, fix it back up, and get that one back into action. The noob's infantry units are pinned down. Ooh, truck did go down there. I think that was a supporting truck. Not sure what took that down. Oh, it must have been the Flak 36 here, advancing forwards. Ooh, off map. Off map coming down from the Ford GPA OP. It's a 356mm off map as well. And look at the units that are caught in it right now. But the Flak 36 88mm has actually gone down, but there are a number of infantry units going to get caught in that off map. That could do some major damage for Wlochaty. Has to just contain this northern area right now. I think if he can do that, he can definitely hold on for the victory. 960 points to 601. Wlochaty is in the lead, but the recon unit going down there. Here comes this off map. Oof, I missed it. I missed all that, unless these move south. But definitely one infantry unit went down there for sure. One infantry at least went down, and the others pinned down as they moved a little bit further south. Wlochaty pushing forward GMCs with the HMGs as well as the standard GMCs, but there is a MG271F. I think that's the French machine gun in there, in a nice little position, you know, preventing further breakout by the infantry units. But the mortar looks like he's, oh yeah, off map onto that machine gun is the right call from Wlochaty there. Still, oh look at Wlochaty push through. All the HMG sorry, does get caught and suppressed. The Pack 40 there is definitely going to take care of that unit unless it can get out of line of sight in time. Look at the breakthrough that Wlochaty is pushing in this southern area, but it does get dealt with. I think the Pack 40 does manage to kill that. A lot of infantry, artillery comes down as well, and all of this infantry is pinned down. I think Wlochaty just felt like he needed to make a southern push, exposed all of his infantry, and it's now been, you know, caught out in the open by the Flak 36, by all of the artillery fire raining down on it. And the off map does take care of the French machine gun, but Wlochaty loses some units here. Oh, the Stu 42 does go down. Needs to get some units in here to hold the front line forwards, because the noob has picked up a +1 here with the front line moving forwards in his advantage. Wow, look at these fighters just full on strafing the Flak 36 88 mil. And there is another one back here, so I don't think they're going to be able to come through for a second shot, but at least pinning it down for now. But yeah, with two of them here, they're kind of backing each other up. The other one's fired on by the 105 howitzer. Well, pins down the other one, but like I say, with the two pairs, the one gets pinned down, the other one recovers stress damage. You know, the other one gets pinned down, the other one gets recovered, and those fighters are forced back. Looks like the M8 Scott, I think, was trying to be used. Ooh, critical ammo explosion, losers that M8 Scott, and down goes the supporting M20 as well. These Flak 36s are really hurt. Oh, and down goes another M20. They have really hurt Noob right now, but Wlochaty has to hold on. There is 6 minutes left on the clock. He has the lead. He can hold on to this game, and he's pushing forwards. There is a M1 gun, I think, pushing forwards as well, but there's not really anything for it to hit. I don't know whether it has HE shells on it. Let's see. No HE shells, so I'm kind of surprised about that movement there, but there's just nothing for it to fire on, so I guess he's moving it forwards for that reason. AB engineers pushing across the open. I think Wlochaty's just trying to push the front line forwards, but he is sacrificing those units, and that's just going to push the front line back once again. This is on tenterhooks right now. The noob just gets the +1 once again. There's like 300 points in it right now. The M1 gun taking shots at the Stug 3. Looks like the Mustang was firing on the Flak 36 there. Ooh, some NAG 4500 drillings coming in here. Wow, look at these. Look at these things. Look at these things. Surprised they didn't tip over there. That's ridiculous. Just pushing forwards there on the back of the truck. They look like something out of a science fiction film. Oh, decimating the infantry out in the open there. Ouch. And yeah, I think Noob is making a hell of a lot of ground down here with those NAG 4500 drillings. In comes a probably another M1 gun. Yeah, I think he was trying to. Wow, there's a number of vehicles up here, and the noob is pushing through quite a nice attack on this northern side, and he's exposing a lot of area behind Wlochaty, almost surrounding him. Gets the +2, and there is 3 minutes 40 left on the clock right now. The NAG 4500 drilling, I think he's going to push all the way through to the spawn. I think this could cut off Wlochaty's spawn. In comes a M51D Mustang. He's just trying to strafe everything in his path. Ooh, does get a nice surrender there on the infantry units. One of the Flak 36 has gone down. Ooh, in comes a HS-129. I think that gets a kill on an M10 tank destroyer there. But Noob doesn't have many units back here. I think if Wlochaty had another rush in him, he'd be able to get through. There's like one Flak 36 88mm here, so that was a good kill onto that M10 tank destroyer. Just doesn't have any vehicles to advance with. The other one, oof, the second HS-129 comes in there, takes out the other M10 tank destroyer, and look how far forward that drilling is. It's just so far forward. It's covering the spawn. Down goes the fighter and the Sherman there, the M4DD Sherman. Look at the ground that the noob has with this NAG 4500 drilling. Has the +2 right now. Wow, this is going to be nail biting. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. I don't think he's going to get through to the victory. I think this one is going to be classed as a draw. But he is going to overtake Wlochaty if it stays the same. The HS-129 is coming round for another shot onto that M4DD. I think into the side as well. Armor penetrating crew kill. And there's just one M4DD up here. If that thing goes down, I think the whole spawn is going to go. The Fusilier gets into position. Is he going to use the Panzerfaust? Yes! Does get the Panzerfaust kill. Great play. Oof, an M1 gun just comes in and unloads. I'm not quite sure why it unloaded there. I don't know whether it came under fire, which made it unload. Or whether, yeah, maybe it actually is pushing through into this hedgerow. In comes another M20, but then look how far forward the noob is. He's completely surrounded Wlochaty. And masterful end to this game. He's 1,000 points up. There's a minute left on the clock. This is going to be close. Can he get the victory? I can't quite remember what the difference is, you know, how far away you have to be. I think it's like maybe 500 points. You have to be above the other player to get the victory. I think this is going to get classed as a draw. And in the Steel Division Normandy 44 League, a draw is a draw. It doesn't go on points. It does go on the end result. But maybe if the noob can make some more ground here, can, you know, surround these northern units, can push further south, take the spawns, maybe he can. Well, there's 30 seconds on the clock. I don't even think a +3 right now would hand him the victory. I think this is going to come down for a draw. But the M4DD is pushing forwards now. The Panzerjäger Bren. Oh, I'm going to be a match for the DD, but the BF Stug 3 is. The Stug's being strafed by the Mustang. Another Flak 36 being brought in. Wow, an AB Engineers has managed to push all the way north and cut off Noob's northern units. And look at the end of that game. It is a draw. Fantastic game, 40 minutes, a draw on Carpe. Wlochaty 974 points. The noob, he gets the victory. I think that is Lauw with 1,171 points. Well, he doesn't get the victory. This is classed as a draw, but I guess he would have a moral victory as he has more points than Wlochaty here. And 4,000 kills to 3,000 losses. Definitely wins in the kills to losses ratio. And lots of movement there towards the end of that game. Definitely in that case. Let's just take off the replay panel cover there. So let's have a look at the kills for the noob as he had the higher kill score. So the Flak 36, I think this was one of the major units for him. Does pick up the M22 kill and 2 AB rifle kills early on. Nice job with that Flak 36. The Flak Panzer Bren did a great job as well, pushing forwards, takes out the AB leader and the AB rifles. What else do we have? The artillery hounding the units on Wlochaty side. Just take down the Bofors and the recon units. Look at this flak 36 as well. Oh, a number of kills. An M10 tank destroyer, M15 CGMC, nice kill. 3 M20s as well. Nice job with those flak 36ers. I think they're the standout units for me. Good job with the Luftwaffe Fusilier here. Oh, that was the one that got the final kill onto the M4 DD as well. Another flak 36 with a number of kills. Actually, 2 mortar kills. Wow, 2 mortar kills. I don't know whether, I think this might have been in the southern side, and then, yeah, it must be on the southern side with the off map. I think Wlochaty just pushed these units over the open ground to try and just pick up a little bit more front line, but yeah. And then the HS-129 at the end, 3 M4 DD kills and M10 tank destroyer. The thing is, if the noob had maybe 5 more minutes, I think he definitely would have got the victory here. But in Steel Division Normandy 44, we have that timer, we have that 40-minute timer, and yeah, the noob didn't manage to get the victory in that 40 minutes. M10 tank destroyer here did do a nice job. I think this was the one that once the flak 36 had gone down, it was able to get some kills, but there were just too many flak 36ers. So, congratulations to the noob, or Lauw. I think it's Lauw. I'm calling him noob because I would normally say it's Lauw if it is Lauw, but I think it is. I'm not 100% certain. But well played. Gets the points victory over Wlochaty, but overall it's a draw between the 2 players. I hope you've enjoyed this cast. I think the aim is that while we're doing the majority of casts will be Steel Division 2, I think once a week we will get a Steel Division Normandy 44 cast in there as well. So if you love Steel Division Normandy 44, then we should be seeing some casts over the next few weeks. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss these Normandy 44 games. Also, check out the description for more links to all my social media platforms, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks very much for joining me. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.